the disciplinary lapse in that middle frame really hurt the hockey club here tonight, Peter?
Yeah, I think that overall what our demise was the turnovers at both blue lines, the penalties, and our penalty killing, especially early, was too passive, and we kind of gave them some opportunities there. So, the penalty killing and the strategy of it, that's more on me. The penalties, we got to be a little more disciplined. When you look at them close, you can decide what you think of them, and we take that out of the mix. They get those 2 power play goals. We're in the games, and we're they had 17 shots. Maybe because they're up and going into the third, they didn't get any shots in the third, so maybe that's the reason. But I think mostly the turnovers, the penalties, and then our penalty killing. Can't let 2 goals get scored.
Peter, Jokinen was talking about how he's personally motivated for the next 2 weeks.
Yep.
Can that be good for the rest of the room in terms of? He said it was kind of a real negative kind of atmosphere.
Yeah, I think that I think what he's trying to say, and I felt it too going in. I thought coming back to practice when everybody found out that Santorelli and Franson got traded, there was a real kind of a solace. They're kind of down. The energy wasn't great. And I don't know if you were at practice or not, but I stopped practice for that reason. I thought the guys just weren't engaged, and they were still thinking about what was going on. You got to snap out of this. We can control. Let's practice well. Let's get ready. And I think that's what he was referring to. And the guys have relationships with players. Things happen, but you got to snap out of it. It's the same thing. We've had some close games. We got to control our game, our preparation, and our attitude. So what we bring to the game, what we bring is got to be better. The mental toughness of staying out of the box. I thought some of them were penalties that could have been avoided. Some of them were just referees' decisions. But we got to stay out of the box. Our penalty killing's got to be better. But overall, managing the puck in the neutral zone, not turning pucks over at areas, has got to be better.
Did you notice that though from Jokinen, that he was that positive guy? Like obviously he's a veteran.
I think he's a pro. He's played so many games and played for a lot of teams, a lot of places. He's motivated to play. He's motivated to get back into the middle and play center. He hadn't played center for most of the season in Nashville. They moved him to the wing after the 3rd or 4th game. And so he wants to prove that he still is capable of playing. I thought he was really good, especially early, and he hadn't, I think he sat the last, I don't know how many games, maybe you guys can tell me in Nashville, do you know? 7 of 8 games. So, not having that game timing, I thought he was really good. I thought it was pretty good. So it's going to be contagious. Getting a guy that comes and shows up and plays that way, I think, is going to be real positive for the guys in the room.
You touched on this yesterday, but Florida's the kind of team that's gone through their growing pains to a degree. Young team that's building up.
Yeah, I think that they've got a lot of. The most impressive thing to me is their young talent. They got a goalie that keeps them in the game. They got young talent that is pretty impressive for the most part. So, I think that they still got a ways to go, like a lot of young teams, but they're certainly making strides.
Update on Clarkson, coach?
I haven't been into the training room, but I think he got hit with a shot. So I don't expect it to be. I'm hoping that it's not serious, but I think he got hit on the side of the knee with a shot, and I'm hoping that's the case. But I haven't been into the training room yet.
How do you think it all worked tonight? Lineup overall, missing the 2 guys, having Jokinen in. What was the chemistry like?
Well, I thought it was really good getting Jokinen in there and having that line was I thought it was successful early in the game. You're always wondering who's going to play well against what lines, and especially when they have 2 young lines that are very dangerous offensively. And so I thought the chemistry was good. Then, having the line with Peter Holland and Kozin and Booth had some really positive shifts. They had some shifts in the first period where, I think they had 4 scoring chances or 5 in the first period, and I think they were kind of on the ice for 3 of them. And so when your 4th line's getting outchanced by their 4th line and getting three of their 5 chances comes from their 4th line, that's not good. So, but I think they got better, and we have to manage that. They all stem from turnovers, so we have to be better, and that's really where it comes from. If you can eliminate those opportunities, especially in the neutral zone, and you're playing and creating offensive zone time, we're a much more successful team.